What's up, everybody? It is Super K or Cam Cave here, going to talk to you guys about kind of something that fits with the season that we are in of giving thanks. Hopefully, you give thanks and you're a good person outside of November, but the idea of paying it forward and kind of like the principles of karma. And so I'll start with a little bit of a story. So if you've ever gotten gas at Costco, you know that the line is terrible. And so a couple weeks back, I was about to go to the Costco gas station, and there was a car that was merging into my lane, and so I let her over. Waved, she went through the light, and I got hit with the red light. So I stopped, waited, got in. Eventually, probably took me another like 3 or 4 minutes. And so I had got my gas. I needed to go back to my internship. And on the way to my internship, there was a huge crash. There was probably 4 or 5 cars that rear ended each other. That crash hadn't happened on my way to Costco. It happened, like it wasn't there when I was heading to Costco, but on the way back, it probably happened like 4 minutes. And if I hadn't, this is wishful thinking. Maybe it crash anyways if I hadn't let the lady in. But the idea of I took a few minutes out of my day to let this lady go, and what if I hadn't? Who's to say I would have ended up in that crash? But it threw off my timing that I wasn't in that spot at that time. Um, Other than that, it made me feel good, to let someone else go. We're all in a rush, and I think that goes into the culture we're in. Like, we're always looking to be the first. We want to get in, get out. We're in a fast-paced culture where we're just rushing to do things, and maybe that's what caused that crash. Um, but back to the main point of the video is giving back. There's all kinds of things going on in the world right now, um, and it's really tough. There's people losing their houses. There's people that they're not getting food on the table this season, um, and so I'm not saying go out and be extravagant, um, but even something as letting someone go, letting someone into a lane, um, giving someone a smile, right? Well, under a mask, that's difficult. But giving someone like a wave if they let you into their lane. I think a lot of it, for some reason, is with cars right now because I drive a lot. Um, but just being kind. Kindness goes a long way. People right now are dealing with rates of depression that we haven't seen in a really long time. I know because I'm a therapist, and we are inundated right now with clients that need someone to just talk to. Um, and so, picking up the phone, calling a family member, calling a friend that you haven't talked to for a little bit or a long bit. Um, we're just in a time where people are so volatile. Things on social media is a different topic for a different day, but people are just so caustic and spiteful. Put some love, put some positivity back into the world. I hope you think these videos are positive. That's why I try and put a clip of Oakley. If you think that I'm boring or not fun, at least you get to see a cute dog at the beginning or end of my videos. Um, but yeah, there's a lot going on in the world, and doing a kind gesture. You don't have to go out and spend money to make someone happy. Christmas is coming up, and people think that you have to spend $200-300 on a gift, but it's really not the amount of money that you spend on a gift. It's the thought. I remember one of the most meaningful gifts that I ever gave was to my dad. I gave him, or we put up lights in their backyard. It didn't cost a lot of money, but the effect that it was something that he talked about for a long time. Of like, I just want some lights in the backyard. We got lights, we hung them up in the backyard, or I'll awkward hand signals, glued them to the wall. And it's something he still talks about to this day. Like, it was during a time when I didn't really have a lot to give, and so I did what I could. And I bought lights, and I put them up in the middle of the night so that he woke up and he saw the lights. It wasn't for Christmas, but it's the idea that you do what you can. And, I know if that gift had cost $5 or $100, it still would have had the same impact. Now, if I had just gone out and bought, I don't even know, I'm terrible at buying for my parents, but an extravagant gift without any thought, it wouldn't have had the same impact. It would have just been one of those things that ends up in a drawer or ends up in a drawer or basket or re-gifted. And so putting thought into what you're doing, and this is going to circle back to paying it forward, pay attention to other people. Mental health is important. This is a really weird time that we're in, where we're all just kind of feeling a lot of different feelings, and so we're not supposed to go see family, pick up a phone, FaceTime them. Just because you can't physically be with people doesn't mean you can't connect with people. Send a card, send little connections pay off. You might be that person that reaches out to someone that really needs to hear that they're loved. And the point with strangers, people might be getting bad news. Being kind on the road, being kind in a store. If you notice someone has 2 items and you have a cart full of stuff, and let them go in front of you. What's the big deal? Be kind. Flood this world. Flood wherever you are. If you're in New England, if you're in Africa, if you're in Connecticut, California, put as much positivity out there as you can. Welcome it to you. Welcome it to yourself. Put it out there. This is a short video. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you have a happy holidays, whatever you celebrate, whatever you believe. Just go out, do a good deed, make someone smile, even if it falls and the attempt didn't work to make someone smile. At least you're trying to put positivity out there. And it might, you wave to someone, you let someone into a car or into a lane, and they don't wave back. At least you try. What's the harm in trying? So let's go into 2020 with good intentions, with love in our hearts, positivity, and hopefully 2021, or go into 2021 with all of those things: happiness, positivity, and gratitude. And maybe 2021 won't be as crappy as 2020. Have a great night.